Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to go over a quick video. I'm not going to spend too much time on getting too, into it today. I'm just going to get right down to the bare facts. Headlight restoration. This is definitely not restoration. These things are brand new. They're probably about 2 months old. I took my truck to a paint and body shop to get some stuff touched up on the front bumper, and this is what I got it back with. The process I'm going to use to get these things cleaned back up to the way they were looking 2 months ago when I bought them brand new off Amazon is the same process you're going to use to restore your headlights. First thing that would be very helpful to do is go ahead and buy you one of these 3M kits. 3M makes a kit that comes with this attachment for a cordless drill. I would suggest using a cordless drill. You can do it by hand. It's a lot of elbow work depending on the size of your headlights and what kind of shape they're in. But 3M sells a kit, and it comes with this buffing pad, and it comes with several different sanding discs. Now, I've bought in several of these 3M kits because I like the heck out of them for the price. You can buy them at O'Reilly's. They're like $25 to $30 at O'Reilly's. You can also find them at Walmart. It doesn't have to be the exact 3M kit, just the drill attachment with the buffing pad and the different grits of sandpaper. Let me show you more or less what I'm talking about here. Right here. So in this bag, I have like what's left over other kits I've bought. And most of them come with like an 800 grit, more coarse grit, looks like a 500 grit. Just follow the instructions in your kit. It's going to tell you to go ahead and use the coarsest sandpaper you have first. You're going to come back and use the finer sandpaper to kind of clean it up. And then you're going to come with this buffing pad. Now, the only thing I recommend to do that they don't have in those instructions is spraying a layer of some sort of good enamel clear coat over it once you're done. Most headlights from factory come with a coating on them, and that's kind of what you can see in there. The pitting and stuff that it has is that enamel, that coating has been chipped by either rock, sand, grit, dust, whatever. And over time, that stuff tends to wear down. Now, so once you go through and you sand it all off and sand it all smooth, and you come through and finish it up and buff it with your buffer wheel, what you've successfully done is taken off that protective coating. So even though the headlights look super clean, that's why a lot of people get their headlights cleaned. A few months later, they're yellow, they're hazy. That's because you didn't put a coating to protect the actual plastic. And you can do this as many times as you want. Like I said, I recommend you put a coating, some sort of clear coat on them. But let's go ahead and hop off into this. First thing I'm going to do, walk over here. I'm going to pop a battery in my drill. Okay. Now I'm going to take, since I got 2 of these kits, okay, so I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to keep the buffing pad on that one. Now, depending on which kit you bought, some of them recommend that you add water. You don't have to add water, but it helps with the cleaning of the sandpaper. I think I got a bottle of drinking water right here that I brought with me. Go ahead and just poke a hole in there. Let me turn this fan off for a minute. There we go. All right, so first thing you want to do is get a little bit of moisture on something. These are ceramic coated, by the way. So I'm going to be taking the ceramic coat off, but that's all right. The whole truck's ceramic coated, by the way. If you haven't seen that, click up above right here in this area. Yeah, up in there. Go ahead and click up there and that'll take you to the ceramic coat video. It's pretty cool. But here we go, guys. You can see almost instantly it's already taking that paint off of there. So you just want to go ahead and go through and get a nice even cut with the rougher sandpaper and cut that plastic down, cut that coating down. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of water now that I've got that ceramic coating kind of taken off there. See, you can see the ceramic's no longer existent. The water's not beading off like it was. All right, so we've officially got all the overspray off from the paint and body shop that did the truck. Now I'm gonna go ahead and peel this pad off. This is your coarse one. This one's 500. Go ahead and add some water to this again. Get it damp again. Go ahead and hit it with your, I think this one's 800. You're gonna go ahead and hit it with your 800 pad. You don't want to sit on one spot too long. What it'll do is it'll dry that water out and actually create... You don't want to sit on one spot too long, because what it'll do is actually dry the water out and it'll cause the plastic to get hot, and at that point it's malleable, and all this white hazing you're seeing will actually bond into the plastic. You'll have to go back over it again with the 500 or whatever they've provided that's coarse, but with this one we can just go ahead and do it like this. And like I said, you just want to keep moving, keep an eye on it that it's staying damp. And just go over it a few times. That way you get all the nice deep scratches left over from the 500 with your coarse paper. All right. Go ahead and turn my battery chargers on. It doesn't seem like my batteries are getting charged. There we go. All right, now once you're done with that, you want to go ahead and wipe it off and just kind of visually inspect it. It's gonna look hazy. When you wipe it off, it's gonna look hazy. That's just part of the process, don't freak out. See, it looks really hazy right now, especially once that water dries. But you can kind of see I need to hit right there again. You can see I need to hit, that's a little bit of that clear coat from that overspray that's still in the headlight. I got a little piece there. That one chipped off. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit this a little bit more. Put a little bit more water on here. And if this doesn't cut it, I'll have to come back with the 500, give it a little bit more attention right here. Alright, let's see how that did. That's gonna be good enough for me. Now that you're done with that, it also has this pad, which is your light scuff pad. It's 3000 grit. This one's really wore out, but it still gets the job done. So you're gonna go ahead and pop your 800 off. Then you're gonna go ahead and pop your 3000 on, or the finest one that's provided in your kit. Go ahead and add some water to her again. This is where you're gonna start seeing a noticeable difference in your headlight. This is doing is it's actually taking all the scratches out and it's putting a nice polish on that lens. Looks like the battery's gonna need some more juice. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Not much of a charge on it, but it's got a charge. All right, here we go. As I said before, don't sit in one spot. You'll cause it to kind of scar it up. You'll have to come back with the 500 or whatever your roughest grit is. Just go ahead and give her quite a few passes. Make sure it's staying damp, just like before, nice and simple. Alright, you can see there it's already getting better. Go ahead and give it a little bit more water, spend a little bit more time on it. All right, so already you can see that we're hazy, but we are there. All the clear coat and other stuff that was left over on this headlight is gone. When you're doing this on a vehicle, which I didn't mention before, when you're doing this on a vehicle, make sure to tape off anything that's important, like the paint, any kind of trim pieces or anything around that light. And be aware, you can see here, this is some of the buffing and stuff that was done on the vehicle. Be aware that whenever you do something like this, it's going to sling all that white stuff out and you're gonna leave a haze behind. So if you need to tape off an area, mask it off. If you're not worried about it, don't mask it off, and you can wipe it down with soap and water later when you wash it or whatever. Don't get too worried about it, but yeah, just a heads up that that's gonna happen to you. All right, so we are complete with that one. What we're going to do now, I'm gonna put my buffing pad back in, and I have this clear plastic polish. This one's by Meguiar's. I believe this is actually what comes with the Meguiar's or the 3M kit. I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up. It's been sitting on the shelf for a while. All right, put it on our pad. Go ahead and smear it around, put a little bit more on the pad. It's supposed to come out like a paste, so let me shake it up a little bit more. I don't think we're gonna get a paste out of it. I think that's about as good as she's gonna get. Oh, Jesus. All right, now you're gonna put your buff on it. This is where you're gonna get a good idea of what the finished product's gonna look like. Actually, this is where you're gonna get your finished product. Like I said, the 3M kits give you instructions. 3M makes a really good one. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the 3M one. All right, now we'll just take our wet rag and kind of wipe off all the excess. Take a dry rag and dry her off. Microfiber probably works a lot better. In fact, microfiber does work a lot better. Looks like I need to give it just a little bit more attention, but in the end, you get the idea. That's what it's gonna come out looking like. Look at the difference in those. This one looks brand new again compared to the other one, except for all the haze from where I didn't wipe everything completely off. So yeah, guys, quick little video on how to restore, clean up headlights. The 3M kit makes it super simple, gives you a great idea how it's done, and all I really got to do is just add a little bit more time in there. All right, so I got all this nasty, and I got some sling on there, but you can see all this nasty overspray discoloration and stuff in the lens. And then we have this one that's nice and clean and clear. Other than my wipe down marks, I still need to kind of wipe it down a little bit more. And then what you're going to do is hit it with like an acrylic enamel clear coat, just a nice light coat of it, enough to where it's not splotchy. You want to spray it on a nice cool day, not too hot, not too cold, and you're good to go. So that's a quick one on headlight restoration. For those of y'all that are new to the channel, if you didn't notice, these are fog lamps, and they come off of my Ram 1500. And today I'm working on the front splitter and the front bumper, trying to get everything kind of straightened up on it. Once I get done getting all that stuff straightened up, then we'll get it all put back together, and the truck's gonna have a nice new look to it. So if y'all are Ram 1500 fans, make sure to subscribe to the channel, catch more content of this. You can look up right up in here. I've got a nice little playlist all for the Ram 1500 stuff. So yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. Rep 361 Texas. Make sure to like, subscribe. Appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch you next time. We're out.